Rating: Teen and up audiences. Archive warning. Character chose not to use archive warnings. Category: Gen. Fandom: Transformers Animated. Characters: Soundwave, Laserbeak, Ratbat, Optimus Prime, Megatron, Sorry Sumdak. Additional tags: Alternate Universe, One Shot, Disclaimer, No Smut, Optimum AU. Language: English. Series: Fractured Whole. A Transformers AU fanfiction. Family Picnic by Blue Knight DG. Summary: Soundwave does some serious thinking while having a picnic. He sat on the cold, gray floor with cassettes by their side. He had this screen in their underground lair paused on a single image. A human family sitting on a red blanket outside. They had a basket and some food out. There were 4 humans on the screen. A mother, a father, a brother, and a sister, all sitting in a circle. He thought he was better than the weak flesh humans that need to socialize for whatever reason humans socialize. He didn't have a blanket and didn't need one because he's that much better. He doesn't need to consume inferior energy sources for longer periods of time than any mere human. Though he did manage to scrape whatever he could from the oil barrels above them that wouldn't be noticed missing, usually the ones barely having a drop in them. He was Soundwave. He could do anything, and that made it inherently better simply because it was them. On their right was Ratbat, and on their left was Laserbeak. They lifted the misshapen bowl of old oil and tiny chunks of crystal energon the blasted Autobots threw away despite them still being edible. Perhaps to them they were nothing but crumbles, but that was why Soundwave could recognize their value, as every crumb counted. One can't throw away part of their only meal, no matter how small, when it could be eaten. Tasteless, but that doesn't matter. They were above needing to enjoy a picnic with the minions as long as there was a picnic to be had in the first place. Laserbeak hopped forward an inch before craning her head forward. The oil was chunky, and it wasn't just because of the energon crystals. He was strong, the most sturdy and perfect being. He was a great boss, so of course he got up and searched their base for better quality oil for their subordinates. He could handle bad oil. Honestly, what kind of leader would subject their minions to bad rations? A weak one. He wandered to where he stored the rations and thought about their picnic and why they're emulating one. In their research of the inferior organisms called humans, they learned of their culture. It was more diverse than anticipated. In contrast, they barely, if not at all, found any information about their own kind, Cybertronians. They did not know what was normal practice and only have the puny organics to go off of. They seemed to behave similarly, if more pathetic, to his own powerful kind. Thus, for research purposes, a picnic. Picnics are often depicted with a grouping of 4 humans, with or without an additional furred creature or 2, in a special setting that he finds annoying and confusing. He was the creator of Laserbeak and Ratbat, so it made sense to try. The next line of thought made them pause. The title of each member of the faction known as Family change: father to grandfather and mother to grandmother, son to father of another family, daughter to mother of another family. The brother is the son to the father, who shares said father with a daughter, who then is called sister. Therefore, he was the son of Megatron. Megatron is their father, which leads into the question of who their mother was. Perhaps he did not have one. He was the superior being. He would also have a complete family to show how great he truly was. The research indicated that families came in all types of grouping. He would go for the most idealized, as he is the ideal son. He does not have a lot of sources or know that many mechanisms like them. There were so few that was sentient, so he had a short list. The yellow one was not a caregiver type. The white and red one was a caregiver but wasn't ideal. The green one will not be a part of their family, and the idea of it sickens them. They do note the subtle intelligence of the green one, Bulkhead, but she is a weak and bumbling fool, and not even a worthy adversary to remember. He closed the storage and walked back with the fresher oil in tow. The golden black one is promising, but not what he is looking for, even if a lot of the traits were there. The human girl? She seems to be above the rest of their kind, but she is a previous oppressor he still resents. Not to mention, she is clearly too young. She seems mentally younger than he, a possible sister. Laserbeak and Ratbat has finished their fill of the oil for the picnic by the time he came back. Finally was the red and blue one. She confuses him. He was a he, not she. He made no indication of being a she, so he shouldn't be confused. Well, he made a small indication. Regardless, he sat down again to finish the rest of the picnic. The red and blue one was the leader. Good, because they were a leader as well. He was a caregiver and has a deep affection for the human oppressor. Unfortunate. He was adept in the ways of invisible frequencies. He once noted him humming when alone, otherwise a quiet figure. The red and blue one was a strong fighter and, among other things, was not bad to be around. He thought about it a lot. They didn't push too much or often, and offers assistance the moment the problem arises. Yes, that one will be tested. The human girl seems to be a daughter-like figure to the newly dubbed target. The family, while not be completely ideal, is fixable, and he will take their time, molding the sister to denounce their weaker half and embrace who she truly was. Perhaps the humans had stripped them of their truth, and she was a confused victim. That was a stretch. They began to put away the empty bowl and the oil, cleaning up the mess themselves. They would never make their subordinates do something beneath them, so he had to do it. Nothing is concrete just yet. There will always be more testing after all. A brief moment was left to fantasize about a complete family unit. Them, their father, their sister, and their mother, together on a red blanket and a basket and fresh fuel. Their minions nearby on the grass, and they're all praising them for their resilience. Maybe they could even free their mother and sister from their oppressors, and their sister would shed the shackles tying them to the lies. Once the oppressors are dealt, they could go on a real picnic, while the others cheer them on gleefully. Thank you, Soundwave. You were right. You are our hero. We're free. We will never be slaves again. Hooray for our salvation. We should shower them with barrels upon barrels of fresh oil and energon. A parade in honor of our honorable Laserbeak and Rat-Bat. He snapped out of the fantasy. Dreaming will not bring the results he hopes for. No, will surely bring one fateful day. No more humiliation. The deep-seated treachery of those awful organics will be expelled from their people. Perhaps, if they reprogram them to their side, he could be loved. He wouldn't be alone. He could be understood. He wouldn't be sad anymore. Maybe. Goodbye.